I appreciate you guys. This is probably, I think this may have very well been one of our longest podcasts.
It's like 5.5 hours almost.
Long show. I'm trying to.
The last one was too.
Yeah, I'd like
These
to
are
try
important
to get
discussions.
It is, but it's
start them earlier these days. Maybe start like 3 p.m.
Can I say something really quickly? Like even though like in the midst of the craziness and the disagreements, I'm glad that we're still able to bring these topics to the table.
Based.
Amen.
Yeah, and
Amen.
speak about
Whether
it.
or not if we agree or disagree, I feel like we all like. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was extremely worried on walking into a podcast like this because I personally I've never seen another trans girl on here before. You know,
I think you're the first. And honestly, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know you were trans.
Same, to be honest.
No, like, because I
you
saw,
said it.
honestly,
I didn't think that much of it when I
saw
watched it,
one of
honestly,
your, I stumbled on one of your videos that was like getting.
It was like getting ready for work or some bullshit.
No, I think it was like you were in a taxi or something, or like.
Okay, I was fucking drunk off my ass. Okay, and let me just say
and you were complaining about guys, and I was like, I have to
and I
have
was
her on the
wearing this
show.
fucking dress too. Okay, I do not go to the club for fucking male validation. I was just drunk off my ass, and I seen a situationship that I was in, and he was with a bitch who he said he was no longer involved with. So that was why I was crying in the back of a taxi.
Okay, no, and I was like, just the way you
it
were.
Was like Uber Chronicles. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Uber Chronicles. That's how I found you.
Like
but like, I legit, I did not know you were trans.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I saw that video. I found your Instagram. I just shot you a message. I didn't do too much digging, but I didn't know you were trans coming into this. So Kiko and Chase previously had a heated discussion, viral moment on this topic. So
and I had seen it, honestly.
oh,
So,
you'd seen it? Okay, so you were really walking into something.
I was super nervous because I have seen, like, I feel like a lot of times too, like in the past, like trans women are represented in like the Jerry Springer terms, or where it's like, oh well, that's a dude, or that's this, that's that. That's always belittling them, and that's what I was worried about because one, I've never done anything like this. It's my first thing, like my first little social media gig, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
And two, like I was really worried of like, okay, like I have an idea what I'm walking into. How is the best way that I can represent myself and my community respectfully? Without.
I think you did a good job.
Without feeling like
100%.
like
Major credit.
I don't ever want to much be like, oh, like, I'm trans. Like that's not what I'm about, because to me, there's more to me than just my trans identity. I'm a fucking person. I fucking love pizza. I fucking love, everything. I love scary movies. I'm the biggest fucking horror fanatic. I feel like that's what a lot of people forget to us, is that there's more to us than just our trans identity. We're just people, and we're more than just a fucking. What our thing is.
Your name is Allie, correct?
Yeah.
Allie, I want to salute you for having the bravery to come on this podcast.
Thank you.
Salute.
Thank you guys. You guys have been amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm really glad that, like I said,
into the mic.
we might not always agree with these things, but at least they're being talked about, and they're being discussed about, and they're being respected, hopefully on both ends.
We commend your bravery to come on, because it takes a lot to. I didn't know what I was expecting here. I was like, what if it's me versus 12 liberals? I'm ready for it, but I don't know.
I want to say,
who the fuck am I to judge, for you and your beliefs,
Well, that's a very beautiful take to have.
That doesn't make you a horrible person, at least for me. Like, you can easily, I can't judge you as a person on what you were raised by, or that's all you've ever known, that's not my place. And I'm also not going to fucking critique you because of that, because I
think it's a beautiful outlook on individual liberty and freedom and respect. And if only the rest of the country was as tolerant as that.
the point that I wanted to make was I want to salute you for coming on the podcast, having the bravery and the courage to do that. I think you conducted yourself extremely well. I've enjoyed speaking with you. I thought it was very based that you said, yeah, it's gay when dudes like who have a fetish for dicks pursue
it's
trans
true.
women. Yeah,
it's true.
I thought that was funny and
The
based.
Chasers are going crazy for us. They can't live without us. I forget that your name is Chase, but that's literally what they're called.
And I want to say too, like, I salute you as well for hosting Allie, because like I think one of the reasons why podcasts like this are so valuable is because there's this like there's this tension that's building in our country with these ideologies and between like the right and the left and all that kind of stuff. And I think conversations like this help us understand one another better. And I think that's really important. And like, despite seeing the clips and like being nervous about coming in here, like I really commend you for coming here. And I've valued, you know, hearing your experience.
Yo, let's get
good.
W's in the chat for Allie. Let's see Wally, I guess.
Yeah, Wally.
Wally in the chat. Let's get Wally in the chat
to salute Allie.
And also, I just wanted to address one thing. There were a couple times where me and Chase were kind of giggling a little bit. I actually want to apologize for that. That wasn't cool, especially when you're speaking.
I apologize for that too.
There were
and
some.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I have a very fucking dark sense of humor. Like I can take a lot of shit, but if we're having a serious conversation, like
100%.
avoid the hate comments because I know they can be funny as fuck. I laugh at my own hate comments too. Let's be real. But like when we're having a certain debate, like there's a time and place for shit. And if we're talking about something, like don't let that shit be a distraction.
Yeah, I'm kind of like tuned into the chat a little bit. There was a comment that I saw that was funny. I think Chase probably saw it too.
I want to apologize because it was disrespectful.
That was disrespectful. So, but I appreciate you taking it on the chin and you know, being a good sport.
Yeah,
and
like I said, I'm a very patient person. Just don't
definitely
test my patience is all it is.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so I reckon we ought to wrap soon, unless you guys want to.
Please let us go home. We have 2 hours to drive back to LA.